Step out there for a second. I am Curtis C. and welcome back to One Planet. Thanks for joining me. Episode 3. We're going to talk about bottled water today. First off, what is One Planet? One Planet is an organization that is designed in keeping up public awareness to the plight of our planet. We do this by doing blogs such as this, and we also allow the public to help by buying branded t-shirts like this, take profits from that, and then redirect it to peoples and charities that help in the aid of our planet. So, without further ado, let's get into our subject for today. No, we won't get into it right away. You know what we're going to get into right away? All you young dudes at the fitness club that are like the polar opposite of me. You know when you're doing 100 sets in one apparatus and you leave the apparatus to go, I don't know, look in the mirror, whatever. And you come back and somebody like me is on the apparatus, you don't have to ask to work in. I mean, seriously, look it. How long do you think we're going to be? Like 3-4 minutes tops? Anyways, just FYI, hope you're listening. Oh yeah, bottled water. Bottled water. What's wrong with that? You know? It's convenient. I've drank a ton of it. If you don't like the taste of your tap water, hey, crack a cap, you're good to go. I mean, the marketing people have put a lot of effort into educating us on how clean and pure the bottled water is. They got pictures of nice, snow-covered mountains, all that kind of stuff on it. Something springs this and all that kind of stuff, and youth and all that. So it's got to be good, right? Now, first off, did you know that up to 40% of the bottled water market comes from municipal water sources? Now, when America alone spends $21.7 million, that was in 2011, $21.7 billion on bottled water, and 40% of it came from your taps. That's not a bad markup, man. That's unbelievable. Now, that doesn't sound ridiculous. Perhaps the quote from a former executive of Perrier might make it sound a little absurd as well. He stated that it struck me that all I had to do was take the water out of the ground and sell it for more than the price of wine, milk, or for that matter, oil. So if you're starting to feel like a little bit of a dummy, you're not alone. 21.7 billion in America alone on bottled water. So that's the absurd part, though. But let's take a look at the environmental issues, which are a lot more dramatic. Bottled water produces 1.5 million tons of plastic a year. That's a lot of plastic. 1.5 billion tons. But it all gets recycled, right? I mean, empty bottled water are great for, there's all kinds of demand for that type of plastic. It's good plastic. But 75 to 80% of it just gets tossed. 75 to 80% gets tossed. I know it's hard to believe, but that's the stats. There are actual vast eddies of current-bound plastic trash spinning in our ocean. An eddy is just a whirlpool. And estimates in size of one patch, and this one's got a name, Eastern Garbage Patch, nice. It ranges from 700,000 to 15 million square kilometers. To put that in perspective, that is 8.1%, or up to 8.1% of the Pacific Ocean. 8.1% of the Pacific Ocean is garbage. One patch. So not only is this disgusting, but think of how that affects the marine life. Because it is the Pacific Ocean, it's warm. Plastic can break down to small pieces within a year in heat like that. And then what happens? Fish and birds mistakenly eat it for food. And they die, of course. So it's killing our wildlife. And what does it cost to manufacture these bottles of water? To produce 1.5 million tons of plastic, it's estimated that it takes up to 47 million gallons of oil per year to produce. That would be equivalent to fuel 1 million cars for a year. And that doesn't even equate the transportation costs, because if they're not just taking it from our municipal sources, they're charging real high-end bucks to pull it in from places like where? Fiji, Italy, France, some other exotic place that's going to make you grow hair or whatever. So it comes from long distances. So when you start equating the transportation cost for that, it shoots up to, I believe, where was it? 54 million barrels of oil. And bottled water doesn't even go through the same rigorous regulations that your municipal water does, by the way. And in fact, one report stated that 22% of the bottled water tested contained chemical contaminants above levels by the state health limits. So in short, bottled water is expensive, it pollutes our environment, it costs us valuable energy, and in many cases it's not even as clean as your tap water. If you don't like the taste of your tap water, go and buy a Brita. Look at this is Brita. You can get the filter, you can get the one to go. It's cheap, it's clean, and it's good for the environment. Actually, you know what I think? I think maybe the government should start mandating warning signs on the bottled water. What do you think of that? They did that with cigarettes, eh? It worked, you know? So instead of maybe, pictures of nice snow-covered mountains, they've got, pictures of polluted ocean. And then, something like with warning. Water, bottled water, pollutes our water, and it kills our animals, and it harms the environment. But we didn't have bottled water 30 years ago. It's just marketing ploys that have put it in our hand today. Take it out of your hand. It hurts the environment. Anyways, I'm Curtis C. And no, Bono is not up next, but I'm Curtis C. And I hope that you enjoyed this little program on bottled water. And I hope to see you again real soon. Take care, eh?